Ashe. This is Elgon, Jahii, and my wife Eli. We're here at the Petty House, and this is one of many videos to come. We will be doing meditation videos. We will be doing nails one-on-one videos for those who really need to know and understand about nails, the application, and the different types of products that are good and the ones that are also not good. But today's video is on Himalayan singing bowls, which we do meditation services here at the Petty House, located on 1313 Ayers in Corpus Christi, Texas. This is Petty House number 1, and we have plans for other Petty Houses throughout the nation. Meanwhile, meditation, yoga, Tai Chi, saunas, mantras, all these different techniques are used simultaneously together in some cases, and you can also use them individually. But we're going to focus on sound meditation and the bowls themselves. Now, these bowls are directly related with frequency and, in musical terms, the musical scale. And the frequencies correspond to the chakras that are on your body, from your crown chakra to your root chakra. And those of you who are not familiar with chakras, you might want to take a look at those and look at another video that we will be placing out just regarding chakras, so you can understand the colors, the tones, where they're located. But for the purposes of this video, we want to focus on the bowls and how we use the bowls. We also have tuning forks that are also corresponding with the same chakras and with the bowls. But these are used a little bit different, but the technique is basically the same, whether you're using the bowls or you're using the tuning forks. Now, the bowls are called singing bowls, Himalayan singing bowls, one because they're from Tibet. And they're Tibetan singing bowls, which is located in the so-called East, China, India. It's on the border, actually, of both countries, where they blend the techniques together. So you have different old, ancient methods that these bowls come out of. Now, the whole idea about singing bowls, or sound therapy, sound vibration, sound healing, sound channeling, sound meditation, yoga sound, along with breathing, saunas, you got your poses, you got your hot, your cold, you got all these different styles of the same thing. It boils down to meditating and getting your spiritual, physical being realigned together in this device that we call the body. So, with that being said, each bowl corresponds to a chakra: crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar plexus, root chakra. Those are your main 7. And there are many more chakras throughout your body, but these energy points spread out and shoot all your energy out through the other chakras on all the different parts of your body. And that's where you have the acupuncture, which is also dealing with these chakras and nerve points and nerve endings. So, to get into how the bowls sound and how you use the bowl, different sizes, you can have a larger bowl that still relates to the same frequency or relates to the same chakra, or you can have a smaller bowl or larger bowls. And I placed basically a medium-sized bowls here that are typical of doing sound therapy. You go larger, you're probably going to be doing a larger group. You got more sound and more distance, but you can't do too much energy and it not be effective. It be counterproductive actually. So this particular bowl here is for the heart chopper. It's a medium-sized bowl. We can get into, if you guys have any questions about the type of materials used and how these bowls are made and how they're created. These particular bowls are from Tibet and I had them imported. So, you know, there's an expense with that, but nothing that if you don't want that you can't do. But don't worry about it. We have the bowls here at the Petty House. You don't have to go to Tibet or China or India in order to get the bowls. We have them here. Different size mallets work with different size bowls. So you have a mallet that is going to be more wood, and this is what you're going to use to make it sing. And then you have a smaller mallet that are for smaller bowls. They actually have bowls smaller than this. And then as you get to a larger bowl, then you would have a larger mallet. There's different types of mallets that do the same ring off, but it's a little bit heavier, so it depends on the type of material that you're using and the size of the bowl. So we're going to start this off so you hear what this sounds like and how does it work with therapy. So, here we go. As these sound off, you will hear several different frequencies depending on the individual and your hearing source and your hearing range, but it also will vibrate to those particular chakras. This is dealing with the heart chakra, dealing with here. Now it's imperative that you hold a bowl so that the bowl will vibrate properly. If not, you will have a very muted sound. See how that ended? This one rings off very smooth. Now, using the material mallet, we're going to get a nice, smoother, softer tone. So typically how this works is based on the individual and what the bowls bring back. Now what happens is when we do a ring, when we're using this for meditation, the vibration that's coming out of the bowl will bounce off the bodies. And that's everyone that's in here, including every material thing that's in here. So you have to learn your bowl and you have to listen to your bowl as you go across the person. Because what you will get back is a faint sound like that. And it won't stop the bowl, but it will give you a dulled out sound. And you know at that point, that is where you have, or the individual has, a lot of blockages. Now blockages comes from many things. Your attitude, your temperament, where you just come out of, maybe you're with a lot of other folks that also have a lot of blockages and you will pick that up as well. We tend to absorb the things that are around us. And so the point of having meditation and using sound therapy meditation is to change your vibration. You give off a different vibration. Clear out the old vibration, realign your vibration back on cue. Now I've used a more material mallet on this larger one, but you can also still use the wood. As you hear how that sound echoes throughout the room, this goes through your chakras as well. Now this one was dealing with the third eye. This one deals with the root chakra. The root chakra is your lower chakra that's at the base of your spine. Now, when you come in for your meditation, you will hear the nuances of the frequencies that you can't hear on the recording, because the recording can't pick some of these sounds up. But you will hear them and you will feel them in the room. This bounces off every wall in here, every material thing, including the body. Absolutely wonderful. This particular bowl deals with your solar plex. Solar plex is the things we hold in the center here. Your solar plex and your plexus, all right here. And this is your creativity, and this is where you start doing your exchange on your ascend. When we talk about in some of the scriptures, some of the older manuscripts, they talk about ascension. Ascension happens when you leave from your root chakra, which is the basis of all of your desires or your third dimensional needs. Eating, drinking, your attitude, temperament, anger, lust, sex, those things, height of flight. All those things lie there. And as we ascend and we become more spiritual, then our connection on the crown chakra connects us to the cosmos, which gives you a much higher thought pattern than the root chakra. Root chakra is going to deal with things here on the planet. And our whole mission is to ascend and become more spiritual as the cosmos is. Using the larger mallet, you're going to get a smoother frequency. Now, if you're here, you'll hear about 4 or 5 different tones, depends on your sound range. I will show you now why they call them singing bowls. They're called Himalayan singing bowls. Now those are the tones. And as I go through the meditation and move through the bowls through your chakra system, I will vibrate each one of those chakras to bring those back in line. Then the overall vibration or sound therapy or sound technique that I will do is sing. here listed now, I have 6 bowls out. As you do the meditation, in some cases, you may not want to do all 7 chakras simultaneously at the same time. What I say is that you want to leave an exit point for blockages, depending on what the blockage is. So if you have a heart blockage, based on how the bowls ring off, how I will move that energy through your body. Sometimes we have blockages in our crown chakra, then I want to keep that going out. I don't want to send a blockage back down to the root. You really want to send your blockages out. You want to ascend, because as it ascends, you are stronger, you become stronger. You're able to relate, you're able to move that energy out. The root tends to gravitate towards more material things. And if you're trying to ascend and you are looking for a new atmosphere within this physical body, because this is what it's about, changing the degrees and changing the vibration inside of this machine that we call the body. And this machine not only takes food, which if you come to the Petty House, we get into some sources of foods that you should really make an effort to consume, which is going to be more on your blood type. Okay, so your blood typing helps curb some of the problems or ailments or diseases that you will have, because we now are eating outside of those guidelines. So you look at that too. You look at blood type diet, but we call it a blood type lifestyle, because it's about changing what you currently are doing, especially if you have aches, pains, skin blemishes, acne problems, bone problems, thought problems, relationship problems. All these things still are all in one. So whether you're a religious person, meditation has nothing to do with any of that. What do you think praying is? Praying is meditating. So whether you're a religious person, or whether you call yourself New Age, or you call yourself in the conscious community, or you call yourself ascended, or you're a light worker, any of these techniques or positions that you find yourself in, that's okay. Don't lock in on that. You already are what you are. So our whole thing now is to change the conditions that we're in. And we are in a world that is ruled or being pressured to be ruled as a negative, or a fight or flight, or a warring. Everything is negative. So we have to do the opposite of that. So the more conscious we become of doing the opposite of those things will help us move forward in our ascension. So, this was bowl 101, to give you an idea about the bowls. I guess you guys don't want to know anything about the tuning forks because no one said anything. But the tuning forks also are used to help get your frequencies back in line. And the way the tuning forks work, we can do it a couple of different ways. We can use the mallet and strike the bowl. I apologize, not the bowl, but the tuning fork. And then we'll also strike the body. And then you place the tuning fork on a specific element area and let that vibration go through in that specific area. And likewise with the bowls, when you're actually in session, I will place one of the bowls on a particular section of your body, and we'll demonstrate that. I'll have a actual bowl session, and we record it so you can see how it works. But you place the ring on a specific part of the body, and then you place the bowl on that specific body part. You hit the bowl. And the bowl vibrates into that specific area. And so you can get some more direct therapy going with that. So, appreciate you guys stopping in and taking a look. We'll be doing more videos specifically, but this is the first one dealing with the bowls. Bowl 101, Tibetan singing bowls, sound therapy, Petty House, 1313 Airs, Corpus Christi, Texas. I'm Elgon, Jahii, and my wife is Nila, Rika L. And we thank you, and please visit us again.